Good morning. My name is Joel Gober, and I am a firefighter with the City of Birmingham. And today I want to talk to a little bit about what to do when encountering an emergency vehicle on the roadways. I feel like this is a topic that doesn't get covered very well when people learn to drive, and I'm going to cover what to do, what not to do when you encounter an emergency vehicle when they have their lights and sirens activated. On top of the what to do and what not to do, I'm also going to discuss the move over law regarding what to do by state law when encountering a stationary emergency vehicle with their lights flashing. First off, we're going to talk about the do's. First, stay calm. It's not that big a deal as long as you do what you're trained to do, which is stay calm and move to the right. There's an initiative out there right now called Move to the Right for Sirens and Lights. It's a little catchy saying to help you remember. Stay calm, gradually move to the right-hand lane or the right-hand shoulder when an emergency vehicle comes up behind you. If you're in the far left lane, you want to move over into the right lane when it's clear to move. If you have no other option other than to come to a complete stop in your left lane of travel, come to a gradual stop. Do not slam on your brakes. The emergency vehicles are usually moving at a good rate of speed, and they're paying attention to more than just the vehicle in front of them. So when you slam on your brakes, they could rear end you, and especially in a fire truck, the fire truck does not stop on a dime just like your vehicle will. So do not slam on your brakes. When you ever encounter an emergency vehicle at an intersection, stay still. Stay still unless you have an opportunity to move to the right. You should always remain at least 500 feet behind an emergency vehicle that is running emergency. If you're not a good judge of distance, remember 5 utility poles. Usually power poles are usually about 100 feet apart. So that's five utility poles in between you and an emergency vehicle running emergency, which is they have their lights and sirens activated. All right, the don'ts. What not to do. First off, don't panic. Like I said in the do's, stay calm. Don't play your radio too loud to the point to where you cannot hear the sirens playing or sirens going off. Do not stop in the middle lane when you have an opportunity to move to the right. Don't just come to a complete stop unless that's the only option you have. Don't try to race or beat the apparatus and make a left-hand turn. If you're trying to move over into the left lane in the turn lane in a divided highway, don't try to just race the fire truck or the ambulance or the cop car that's there. Slow down, move out of the way, let them yield to them, let them come by, and then go wherever you need to go. Don't turn left into a street or a driveway. Us as emergency vehicle operators, we are taught to always stay to the left. So if we're always taught to the left and you're always taught to stay to the right, there should never be any issues. All right, the move over law. The move over law is state law. It is something mandated, and yes, you can get ticketed for if you don't move over, especially for a police vehicle. You can get ticketed for not stopping for fire trucks or ambulances as well, but the police will give you a ticket for it. State law requires drivers approaching a stationary vehicle displaying their emergency lights traveling in the same direction to vacate the lane closest to the emergency vehicle and, if possible, slow 15 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. That is quoted from Alabama state law. Every year in the U.S., there's over 16,000 collisions with emergency vehicles returning to and running to emergency incidences. And that usually causes around 1,000 injuries and about 50 deaths a year. That's way too many. The cooperation between the citizens and the emergency vehicle operators, everybody should remain safe. Hope you enjoyed my speech, and I hope it was informative to you. Have a good day.